Okay, today we're looking at find, start, and end times. And it's kind of just the same thing we did yesterday, but they're going to give you a start time. And then they're going to give you how long you were at something. And they're going to give you, or they're going to give you an end time, and you're going to have to count back to when it started. So we'll be counting again by those 5 or 10 minute or 1 minute increments. Okay. I can find the start time or the end time when I know the elapsed time. So here we go. Rita makes a painting of a horse. She starts painting at 1:20 p.m. She spends 48 minutes painting. At what time does she finish painting? Count forward on the number line to add the elapsed time to the start time. So they put 1:20 because that's when she started. How many minutes forward are we going to go? How many minutes forward? Catherine? 48 minutes, because it says that's how long she was painting. Okay, so are we going to, what time increment should we count forward by? 5s? Could we do 10s? Yeah. Since we have 48 minutes? Yeah. Let's try 10s this first time. Okay, so if I jump from 1:20 and I make a jump, what time is that going to be? 1:20 plus 10 minutes. 1:30. Okay. And if I jump 10 more minutes, what's that going to be? 1:40. Now we better put our 10s up here, right? With our addition sign. Okay, now can we still do 10? What would 10 minutes be? 150. Is that what we need? Well, we've been in 10, 20. Can we go 10 more? That would be 30 minutes altogether. So yes, we can go another 10. So we have 30. Now, can we go another 10? How many 10s could we go? How many 10s are in 40? Oops. 4. So we can go at least 4 10s, right? Okay, so we can go one more. And what time is that going to be? 2 o'clock, right? Okay. Now, we need to go how many minutes? We have 40. How many more minutes do we need to go? 8. So, shall we go by 8 ones, or should we do something different?
5 and 3.
We could do 5 and 3. That'll be less jumping, right? We could do 8 ones. So, we're going to add 5 here. What's that going to make the time? If we're at 2 o'clock and we add 5 minutes, what's that make the time? 2:05. So, we're almost there. Now, what do we have to do? Add 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're at 2:06, 2:07, and 2:08. So we did a plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Okay, let's go across the top and make sure we have 48 minutes. 10 plus 10 is, plus 10 is, plus 10 is, plus 5 is,
45,
plus 1 is,
46,
47, 48. So what time is it when they finished?
2:08.
2:08. Very good. Okay. Oh, did I forget? Says, how did you decide what size of jumps to make? How did we decide what size of jumps to make?
I think we knew that we had to go 48.
Okay, so we thought, well, 10 minutes are easy to add, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and find that and put it into Word. I decided to jump by 10 minutes 4 times to get 40 minutes, then by 5 minutes. The last 3 jumps were 1 minute. This made 48 minutes altogether. Okay? Here's another way you could have done it. You could have started at 120 and did a 10-minute jump, and that would have gotten you to 130. Then, so if you have 48 minus 10, how many minutes do you have? 38. Then we could have made one 30-minute jump, right? So this was 10 and this was 30, and that would have got us to 2 o'clock. So 30 plus 10 is 40. Then we could have done our 5 minutes and our ones. So that's another way that you can do it. So at what time do the jumps end? 2:08. At what time does Rita's painting finish? 2:08. And we're all talking about the PM. Okay? Please turn your paper over. Now that one we counted from a start time to a finish time. This one, let's see what we're going to do. It takes Mason 35 minutes to make a clay animal. He finishes at 11:45 a.m. At what time did Mason start making the clay animal? Okay? So are we going to count forward from 11:45 or back from 11:45? That's his finish time. They want to know when he started. Okay. Let's think about how we're going to start this. If we wanted to get to the half hour from 11:45 to either the hour or the half hour, what would we have to add to or take off of 11:45 to get to something that's easy?
Maybe we could count back 3 times and then count back 5.
Or we could count back 15. And what's that going to make it?
I don't know.
11:30. Right? 45 minus 15 is
11:30.
Okay. And remember, we're AM. Okay. So this is when we're eating lunch. Okay. Now we've got to go 35 altogether, and that was 15. Okay. So we subtracted 15 from 11:45. Now, what if we go another 15 from 11:30? Where are we going to be? We're going to be on the 3, so that's going to be 11:15, right? Okay. So now we're going to be at 11:15, and we're going to subtract another 15 minutes.
That would be 11. Why couldn't we go jump of 20?
We could have just jumped a half an hour, couldn't we?
Yeah. We could jump 25. You put
I tried to do the 11 and it keeps jumping over. Okay. Now, so we're at 15. Who knows what 15 plus 15 is?
30.
30. And we have to go 35 minutes. So how far are we going to jump this time?
5.
Just 5 minutes. Okay. So we're going to subtract another 5 minutes. So what is 11:15 minus 5 minutes?
11:10. That's kind of weird. Saying 11:10. It doesn't really
Okay. So it says, how did we decide what to jump? Well, we decided what would be easy to subtract, right? Now, we could have made one long jump from 11:45 to 11:15, right?
Yeah.
Just like above. And that would have been 30 minutes, and then we just had our 5-minute jump. Okay? So we're not going to write B. We're just going to talk about it. We know how we decided, right? We decided we were going to try and subtract 15s. Okay? That's an easy thing on a clock. If you divide a clock into 4 parts like this, then if that line were straight, that would be between every space of my lines is how many minutes?
60?
No, between here to here, and here to here, and here to here. 15. But, so 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. Okay. 1/4 of an hour. Okay? So it's kind of easy to think of those things, especially if you start on a 6 or 12 or a 3 or a 9. The thing about that is it's the exact same as long as you make 2 lines straight across the clock. Like this, each of these is still a quarter hour, even though they're not on the 12, 6, 3, and 9. It's still 15 minutes. Okay. So it says draw the hand on the clock to show the start time. At what time did Mason start making his clay? What time does it say?
11:45 a.m.
What time?
No, 11:10.
Did I read that right? Yes. So we decided it was 11:10, right?
Yep.
So let's put, yep, 11:10. So our hand is going to be close to the 11. And the minute hand is going to be on the 2. Okay, so 11:10. So he started at, we figured that out, it was 11:10. Oh. Okay, I know. All right. Check your understanding. Use the number line to find the start time. So you're going to count backwards again. Now, we can look at 26. Is that longer than 30 minutes or shorter than 30 minutes? So are we going to be able to subtract 30 minutes? And maybe that's something you should always think about. What is one of the biggest time increments I can subtract? And 30 is easy to think about. Okay? So I want you to go ahead. So you're going to have to subtract by something bigger or smaller than 30. And remember how they try and make us get back to an easy time. So if we're at 6:31, what might we add to it to get to the next big 5 minutes? Or what might we subtract? Could we subtract, come back 6 minutes? And that would
subtract 20, then subtract.
Okay. 6. Vivian says we can subtract 20.
That's what
Do that.
Yeah.
What is 31 minus 20? 30. 11.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So now we're at 6:11. Okay.
Minus 6. That would be 5.
So what are we going to subtract now?
6. And that would be 6:05.
Okay, so we're going to subtract 6 minutes. Then we have to subtract how many more? 20? Oh, we're good. Sorry. Okay, that's another way to think about it. Subtract what you have on this outside kind of in the ones place in time, the minute place. So what time did he start?
6:45.
All right, let's go to the on your own.